The rain had fallen all night on the mountain village. By morning, mist moved slowly between the pine trees. A lone samurai sat outside a small wooden hut. His armor rested beside him. His sword lay across his knees. He was not injured. He was not preparing for battle. He was simply sitting, breathing, watching steam rise from a bowl of rice. His name no longer mattered. Titles had faded. Years of service had taken their toll on his body and his spirit. He had fought for lords who were now forgotten. He had survived battles that took the lives of men stronger than him. Yet what weighed on him most was not the memory of war. It was exhaustion. A deep, quiet exhaustion that lived behind the eyes. As the village woke, farmers passed him without words. They had seen him here every morning for weeks. He cleaned the steps of the hut. He tended a small garden. He cooked simple meals. He slept early. He woke before dawn. Some thought he was hiding. Some thought he had lost his way. But the old monk who lived higher on the mountain understood. He said nothing. He only bowed when he passed. One morning, the samurai stood and walked to the stream. He removed his armor and washed his hands in cold water. He washed his face. He did this slowly, with full attention. Each movement had care. Each breath had space. The sound of water filled the air. In that moment, there was no past battle. No future fear. Only the cold of the stream and the warmth of the rising sun. This was not retreat. This was repair. Many people today move through life as if they are always at war. War with time. War with expectations. War with their own thoughts. They chase productivity, achievement, and approval. They call this strength, but the body keeps score. The mind remembers what the ego ignores. Like the samurai, people reach a point where force no longer works. Pushing harder only creates deeper fatigue. Real strength begins somewhere quieter. In Japanese thought, self-care was never about indulgence. It was about preservation. It was about maintaining the blade so it could serve when needed. A sword left uncleaned would rust. A warrior who ignored his inner state would lose clarity. This wisdom has not disappeared. It has simply been drowned out by noise. One principle that reflects this deeply is Mushin. It means no mind. Not an empty mind, but a mind free from unnecessary clutter, a state where thoughts do not cling, where emotions pass without control. Mushin was essential for warriors. In battle, hesitation could mean death. Overthinking could paralyze action, but Mushin was practiced long before battle. It was cultivated in daily life. Mushin teaches that rest is not weakness. Stillness is not laziness. Care is not selfish. When the mind is constantly pulled in many directions, even simple tasks become heavy. Modern life praises constant engagement. Notifications never stop. Work follows people home. Even rest becomes a performance. Mushin offers another way. The first teaching is learning to stop before you break. In old Japan, craftsmen ended work before exhaustion. Not at the limit, just before. They understood that skill degrades when the body is strained. Today, a young professional notices constant headaches and irritability. Instead of pushing through, she sets a firm end time to her workday. She protects her sleep. Within weeks, her focus improves. She does not do less. She does better. The second teaching is caring for the ordinary moments. Tea preparation, walking, cleaning, eating, these were not rushed. Attention was the care. Mushin grows when you do one thing fully. A man who eats lunch while scrolling feels unsatisfied even after a full meal. Another man eats slowly without his phone. He tastes his food. He breathes. He returns to work calmer. The difference is not the food. It is presence. The third teaching is releasing the need to control outcomes. Samurai trained endlessly, yet accepted uncertainty. They prepared fully, then let go. Modern people often carry anxiety about results they cannot control. A student prepares for an exam but obsesses over the score. Another studies, then rests the night before. He accepts whatever comes. His mind stays clear. His performance improves. Mushin removes the weight of imagined futures. The fourth teaching is respecting natural rhythm. Seasons mattered. Energy rose and fell. Rest was built into life. Today, many people live in constant acceleration. They expect the same output every day. Burnout follows. A freelancer notices creative blocks every few weeks. Instead of forcing ideas, she schedules lighter tasks during low-energy days. She works deeply when energy returns. Her work becomes sustainable. The fifth teaching is quieting the inner critic. In Mushin, thoughts are seen, not believed. A craftsman does not insult his hands when they slip. He adjusts. A modern writer misses a deadline and spirals into self-blame. Another acknowledges the miss, learns, and continues. The difference is identity. Mushin teaches that thoughts are weather, not truth. These lessons are simple. That is why they are ignored. Simple things feel insignificant in a culture obsessed with extremes. But the samurai knew that neglecting small care leads to large failure. The blade dulls slowly. The mind fractures quietly. Japanese self-care was not about escaping life. It was about staying fit to face it. The samurai by the stream did not abandon duty. He restored himself so he could serve with clarity. He chose silence over noise, routine over chaos, awareness over distraction. Modern life does not require armor or swords, but it demands constant mental defense. Without care, people harden. They become reactive. They lose depth. Mushin offers a return to center. Not by adding more, but by removing excess. When you begin to notice your breath. When you clean your space with intention. When you stop pushing at the edge. You are not falling behind. You are aligning. You are sharpening the blade you live with every day. You do not need to disappear to a mountain. You need to stop fighting yourself. Care is not a reward after exhaustion. It is the foundation that prevents it. The samurai eventually left the village. No one saw him go. The hut remained. Clean, orderly. The garden still grew. Those who passed felt calm without knowing why. Live in a way that preserves your mind before it demands repair. True strength is quiet. True care is disciplined. A clear mind needs nothing extra to stand firm.